welcome to Adjust Your Dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Holla. If you know I'm getting dollars. Shout out to John. Yo, Irvin Murder Inc. Anyway, this your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. If you joining us for the first time, welcome. Make sure you subscribe. We always dropping content, the fastest sports and entertainment rising show here on these YouTube streets. We covered Kentucky. How good is Kentucky? I don't know. I wasn't really impressed with the beating they put on Southern Mississippi, the Golden Eagles. I read you their resume on why 31-0 was unacceptable. So we going from the SEC to the Big Ten, and I got Indiana football. What did you think? Now, okay, I'm gonna admit this. I am a homer. Okay, I love Indiana. My first lady is a graduate. My daughter is a graduate. Trying to finagle my son into going. We're through and through Hoosiers. High five us. However, the Cignetti era has begun, and Hoosier fans, are you convinced, or do you need more time? I'm going to go with the latter. I need more time, because this was meh. The opener against FIU, it wasn't televised on the Big Ten Network. It was closed circuit, and it needed to be, because as an IU diehard fan like myself, we didn't deserve to be in a primetime slot. Now, I can be honest. It was good to see the boys win. Trust me. It was good to see the boys from Bloomington get one. But Curtis Rourke, needed to see a lot from him. 15 of 24 for 180 yards and 1 TD. He's not a big runner. 6 carries for 3 yards. The former Ohio Bobcat, to me, he should have had more upside considering he was ranked 17th in the portal. I just felt like, I didn't get my money's worth. I just felt like I just didn't get my money's worth looking at the guy. Our run game was serviceable. Elijah Green was our high guy on the ground. 5 touches, 82 yards, and a touchdown. I like Tyson Lawton. He's very physical. That's a good 1-2 punch. Him and Green, 16 touches, 16 touches for 74 yards and a TD. Well, 2 TDs. And then there's Justice Ellison. He's another physical back. 10 touches, 68 yards. So what you see here is a running back by committee kind of deal. Okay, I'll hear it. And if it's a running back by committee, Indiana has never had this. Ever. So it's encouraging. But in the great words of the theologian Jadakiss, it's good. It's just not enough. It's not enough. We'll get more into Indiana Hoosier football when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Roll a clip. Yes, Subway, eat fresh, refresh. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Subway. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. So, when we last left off, we were talking about the running back by committee. And, it's good, but it's not enough. And I'm not sold on the passing attack because no one guy had over 50 yards. It was 6 different receivers in double digits, but there was no guy to establish himself as the guy within that offense. I just didn't feel like I got my money's worth. It was me. It was a true team effort all the way around. 180 yards through the air, 234 on the ground, 23 first downs, all good things. But we not just going to sit here like they didn't do 4 of 10 on third down conversions and 9 penalties for 80 yards. That just ain't going to happen in the Big Ten. First of all, anytime that you are 4 of 10 on third downs, that's atrocious. Part of football is strategy. And the longer you can keep an opposing defense on the field, converting those third downs, you holding on to the ball for an excessive amount of time is going to make that team tired. The fact that you was only 4 of 10, what? That's not going to cut it against Ohio State. That's damn sure ain't going to cut it against USC. I don't know how you'll look against UCLA. Again, there are a lot of questions. There was more questions than answers for a lot of teams. And I guess that's what Wednesday is. The more questions than answers. Well, okay. And we can all be honest about this. We can certainly be honest about this. 9 penalties for 80 yards. That's a lack of discipline. I can understand you having first game jitters, you being overexcited, jumping a couple of snap counts. But after the first quarter, the nerves have got to settle. And the fact that we have almost had a football field in penalties, come on. No excuses. No excuses. 21-7 at the half. And just a superb adjustment by Cignetti and the boys. Get them all fired up. Get them re-engaged. FIU, they put up double goose eggs in the back half of the game. My overall grade for the Hoosiers, and me being a Hoosier fan, I give it a B. But looking at the schedule, something has to improve, and it's got to improve fast. And we'll go through that schedule when we get back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Yo, you're not going to believe this, but we got another hip-hop pick. Da-da-da-ba-ba. Freeway, Jake 1. The Stimulus Package Part 2 in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. Favorites on the album, Time, Philly, Ringin', and Heartbreaker. Many more. Get the album. It's out now. Yeah, shout out to Jake 1 and Freeway, The Stimulus Part 2. I always bang that one. I love that. Getting back on these Hoosiers, though, let's look at the schedule. Because they play Western Illinois. That's at home. So that's going to be another test for them. Then they got UCLA on the road. You got to go see Deshaun Foster and Eric Bieniemy. Eric B. Yeah, Brentwood. They stand up. UCLA in the house. Then you got Charlotte at home. Maryland. Maryland is a sneaky good team. A lot of people aren't paying attention to the Terrapins, but Maryland is a sneaky good team in the Big Ten. Then Northwestern, that's going to be what it's going to be. Matt Rule and the boys, Nebraska, they'll be in Bloomington for that game. Don't know what to make of it. It is going to be what it is. Washington, they're going to come to Bloomington as well. So they got back-to-back home games. Then they go on the road against Michigan State. This last makers, they're stinking it up. Don't worry about them. Michigan State is going to be a tough game. Michigan is going to be a tough game. And then you have to go to Columbus for the Ohio State Buckeyes. As in Columbus, we know the pressure Ryan Day is under. Chip Kelly being the offensive coordinator who came over from being the head coach of UCLA. This thing is explosive. And Jeremiah Smith, he is who the hell we said he was. I do not give us a puncher's chance. We will be made an example of. You have to play an up-tempo game this weekend. It's not because you're threatened by Western Illinois. Not at all. On any level, is Western Illinois is going to beat Indiana. But UCLA, Deshaun Foster, and Eric Bieniemy, They waiting on us. We got to give them something. You're going to respect the pass. And if I don't have one dominant guy in my receiving core and I got a running back by committee, I know it's harder to plan for in theory. But what if they stop this guy? Okay, who's going to be the guy to step up? Who's the guy in the huddle coming out, doing what we got to do? Do we got a guy with an arm, Curtis Rourke? Because he's playing some big-time talent now. How is this going to go forward? These are all legitimate questions. I am not talking crap about my squad. I love Indiana, but at the same time, I'm an honest broker. I still like Tom Allen, even though he's a horrible coach and he's now the defensive coordinator at Penn State. I still like Tom Allen. I think Tom Allen's a good guy. But we got to be honest with what we saw. And I was telling people, no, these are all Alabama guys. They came out of that Nick Saban tree. They were hiding out at James Madison, waiting for an opportunity to come along. And you see the way that the coaching style is. It's selfless football. I love it. Like I said, I gave it a B. But again, in the words of Jadakiss, it's not enough. I believe in my team. You know, it's not a hard schedule. It's a very winnable. The definite losses I forecast is the Michigan and Ohio State miracle season we need. Every Hoosier, get in here right now. Like I said, the standard, the ball bearer right now, the measuring stick is Louisville fans. Louisville fans came in here Monday and showed the hell out. Labor Day weekend, Louisville checked in. Bloomington, show me what you got. Let me know. Do I have it wrong, or were you overly impressed about Curt Cignetti and the boys? It's got to get better. This is Big Vern at App Stupid.